Okay, so before we get into algebra, we need to know just a few basics. We first need to know what a term is. So a term consists of these three components. We've got our coefficient. This is the number out the front that tells us how many of the variable we have. We have the variable, and this is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents a number that we don't know yet. So often we're trying to find out what this is. And I'll put this brackets in S because we can have multiple variables in one term, which we'll see in a second. And then we have the power. And this says how many variables are multiplying each other. Now, in algebra, you often see numbers and letters together, just like we have here. And when you see this, this automatically means that multiplication is going on. So this is the same as 3 times x times x. And also, if you see numbers or letters next to brackets or something like that, that's also saying the same thing. So if we see something like 2 in brackets 4, this means 2 times 4, which is, of course, 8. Let's look at some other examples. So we don't need all these three components to be a term. We only need either a number or a variable to be in the term. So if we look at this one here, we've got our coefficient. We've got two variables in this case, but we've got no power. And this is the same as 7 times x times y. So we don't need a power, that's still a term. What about this one? Now we've got no coefficient, but we still do have two variables, and both of them have powers. And just quickly, this is the same as x times x times x, because we have to the third power, times y, because y is to the second power. So what about this? Is this still a term? Well, yes, we've got a number. And when we have a term like this with no variables, we call this number something special. We call it a constant. So now we know we can learn what an algebraic expression is. So this is an expression that's made of terms, and they're separated by addition and subtraction. Let's look at one example. So here we've got one term over here. We've got a coefficient, a variable, and a power. That's our term. Got another term over here, coefficient with two variables. That's one term. And we've got a constant just over there. And importantly, you can see they're separated by either addition or subtraction. Let's look at one more. So how many terms can you see here? You're probably getting pretty good at this by now, but you can see that there's one here, one here, one here, and separated by either addition or subtraction. If there was multiplication or division separating them, you would combine them. That is all.